Hello, everyone, and welcome to another GXP edition of the Stuff HD podcast. This is Javier, aka Stuff.
This is Equis, aka Equis, Mr. GXP.
Mr. GXP himself. And yeah, this is Stuff HD, the podcast, and we're complaining about, this is GXP, is our video game edition. Eventually we might talk about some other stuff, but mostly video games. And today we wanted to talk about some of the stuff that we hate.
Yeah, stuff we just don't like.
Video games. Because you all know the stuff we like. Yeah. Good games.
We like games.
Favorite game?
My favorite game of all
right
time.
Now?
Oh, right now?
Or all time? If you have that.
All time is Mega Man 2.
Man 2.
That's the game I played back in the day, you didn't really have too many games.
Yeah,
you just had that one game.
You had to play that one.
So that one game that I always played was Mega Man 2. I loved that game. That was my childhood right there. See,
for me, I keep saying it was Mortal Kombat 2, even though I was never any good at it. But I just really liked it.
And I never beat Mega Man 2. Like, I always got to the last guy. Like, I seen the playthroughs and I was so close. Like,
but have you seen video of it? You've seen video of it?
Yeah, I seen video of it.
Just say you did.
Yeah.
That's what I did with little secret here. I never finished Final Fantasy VII. Nah. I couldn't beat Sephiroth. And then I watched the video and I was disappointed. Because it's really, it's spoiler alert, you lose. So...
there's that will probably be another podcast, just like the disappointing
disappointing game endings. So anyway, today is November 8th. So we just had our elections, by the way. Did you go vote?
Yeah, definitely. I can't believe that guy won.
Yeah, I'm so pissed off about that. But then that other person also won, so that was cool.
That was a nice little, gain something, lose something. So
all right, we pre-recorded. It's what day is it today? The 5th. Anyway, we are gonna go vote tomorrow, and I hope you guys actually went and voted.
Yeah,
if you're legal age to vote. Yeah. So anyway, stuff that we dislike about video games. So we thought of this topic because we'll start right away with what prompted
it. Yeah,
what triggered it. So I this weekend I was very excited because I had heard that Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch was coming out on the 2nd, November 2nd. So I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna buy it."
I was happy.
It's gonna be a good weekend. So I went on the Best Buy website to check it out, and I'm like, "Oh, it says it's like December 2nd or something like that." So I'm like, "Wait, what the hell?" So then I'm scrolling by, and I noticed that the Super Smash Brothers version of the Nintendo Switch actually came out November 2nd. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, how is that out before the game is out? So I'm like, oh, so people who buy that get to play the game a little bit longer?
Like a month.
Yeah.
Early access type of thing.
So then I'm looking at the box art, and it says game download, it says something like game download available on release date.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
First of all... It sucks because I can imagine all the people that might have missed that little part.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a lot.
Yeah, and they probably they bought the thing. Which, by the way, I hate this type of bundles too because it's a bundle, but the game by itself costs $60. The Nintendo Switch by itself costs $300. You get the bundle, it's $360.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, and like you said, it's a download game, so it's not like you get the box, the physical. Like if you got at least a physical,
I know,
which
is another thing we'll get to because I cannot comprehend how physical games sometimes are cheaper than download.
Yeah, downloads never go down.
But let's go back to the Nintendo Switch. Super Smash Brothers edition. So yeah, I can imagine all the people that might have bought it and they get it all set up, and then they start looking for their, they got the little thing with their code, and they start looking for the game in the store, and it's like, oh, it's not available yet, and then it's like, wow, that's got to be so disappointing.
Do you also think that perhaps people are like, obviously this is Black Friday's coming up soon. A lot of times people are buying these systems for Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
And so people are going to buy that, and they're not going to give it out till Christmas anyways.
Maybe. I don't know. But the
I don't know if that's part of their plan. Like, the thing is going to give these for Christmas. Might as well.
What made this even stupider for me is the fact that, yeah, it's 1 month away. But, like, why couldn't you just sell it
on the
day that the game came out? Yeah, exactly. No, instead they decided to sell it 1 month before and put wording on the art of the box.
Yeah.
Letting everybody know that the game is not going to be available until December 2nd or whatever it is. So I'm like, so now if you buy, which by the way, we saw the box.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a cool looking box.
Yeah, it's cool.
But so to have in the collection, but then it has that wording on it,
it's printed on the box. Like if it was a sticker that you can remove, because just so you don't have that dumb wording in there. So, but it's on the box forever.
so not only are you paying $360 for the Smash Brothers edition, again, you're gonna have to buy another game if you want to play something now. You're just gonna have to buy another game. So I don't know. I think it's horrible.
Yeah, just release it whenever the game is out. Like how much are you? Unless, when does the Pokemon game come out? Like, I wonder if they're trying to release another bundle for the Pokemon, so they're like, oh, we can't make it overshadowed. Nah, I don't know. But it'll be something ridiculous. But, like, yeah, other than that, like, why don't they just release it on December 2? Like, come on, like.
And let's talk a little bit about that, the whole digital games versus physical.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit conflicted, especially with the Nintendo Switch, because I've always been a physical copy type. Because I'm like, physical copies, once I get bored of the game, I can give it to somebody else and let them use it. You can't really do that with digital copies. Once you have it, you're kind of stuck with it.
Like, I don't remember this, but like, I don't know if you know this. How much internal memory does the Switch have in order to download games?
I want to say it was like 32 gigabytes.
32,
so
that's
you,
what I was thinking.
You have to put a.
So the games that you download are able to be saved on a external SD card.
Correct.
But those games are only attached to your Nintendo ID. Right? Am I correct? So like if you have your
correct
Stuff HD Nintendo Switch account. And then if I have my GXP account, and you give me that SD card so that I can play your games, it's not going to be possible. So you can't share your games with me that you bought.
Correct.
So that's kind of crappy, because like you really want to share games. Like, oh, I got this game, check it out, and I can just give you the physical copy. You plug it in, and you get to play it. Like, oh, I like this game. I'm gonna buy this game now.
Exactly. But I mean, I know some systems like Steam and PlayStation that they have their family things where you can kind of share some games.
Yeah.
I've never really done it myself because nobody else in my family plays video games, and I.
Are you not my friend on Steam?
I think we are, but
we should need to share games.
Usually you buy a game, I buy a game.
Yeah, we buy the same game. Well, Victor be buying games, I just share with Victorino all the time.
Victorino, yeah. But yeah, have you used that at all?
I actually have used that.
How does it work? Like
as long as he's not playing that game, I can use it. So like if
no multiplayer at all.
No. So like if I want to do multiplayer, I have to have my own physical, or not physical, but my own downloaded version.
Does it expire, or can you just always use it?
Yeah, I can always use it. As long as he's not using it, I can. As long as I'm his friend, I can use it whenever, and as long as he's not using it either.
Okay.
So
I wonder how it works on the PS4, because I know the PS4 has something similar, but again, I never used it. So anyway, yeah.
Because I just remember, like, we're talking about how back in the day we used to just trade games with people in school.
Correct.
Like that. Well, I don't know how much, like, we had to share because, like, it wasn't that accessible to get games. I'm pretty sure kids now get games left and right, but yeah,
especially my nephews.
The art of trading is going away.
It is going away, but at the same time, I also like being able to resell a game. So I've always been a fan of digital. I mean, of physical media. However, with the Nintendo Switch, I almost feel tempted to just download. Just because, and I don't know why specifically with the Nintendo Switch, but then I'm like, man, I don't want to open the little thing and take out the cartridge. Like, I don't want to be carrying all my other games with me anymore. Like,
I mean, it makes sense with the Switch because the Switch is a more portable system than like a PlayStation 4. A PS4, you're not going to be moving it around. But
at the same time, all these games are $60. So I'm like, man, even if I can get $30 for it, like, after I'm done with it,
like at least like trade a code or whatever. I mean, but
yeah, they don't let you do that though. So anyway, my original complaint was about how digital games often, like, I see that the physical copy, you can a lot of times get it for less than the digital. I'm like, how does that happen? Like, how does it happen? Like, it obviously costs more to produce the physical copy. So how is that cheaper? That's something that, because like when you go to Best Buy and they have the sales on the physical copies, and sometimes they have the cards, so you can download the game, but the download version of it stays the same price, but the physical copy goes down. Like that does not make sense, and there's hardly ever sales. Like on Steam, there's Steam sales. So you can get some good deals. So many games I never played. I'm like, it's $3. Yeah, I'll take it.
Like Nintendo doesn't do that often. Like, I'm only talking about Nintendo because like I used to look for deals on the DS.
And they're freaking impossible. Like, if you find a Nintendo game that's like $10 off, you can consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, and that's hardly ever. The ones that do go on sale that are digital are usually like the weak games, like the games that are not that popular, but like the main, like staples,
Mario Rabbids
the main staples are always full price when it's downloaded.
So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I do not understand how it is possible that digital copies cost more than physical.
But then again, I can understand in a kind of twisted way is that a digital copy is not taking up any shelf space.
Yeah, it's possible that they created too many physicals.
In a physical, you're just trying to get rid of your thing, your product, so you can get new stuff in. But that's
And speaking of new stuff in, moving on to our other point over here. One thing I hate, which business wise, I understand why they do this, but I still hate it. It's how Nintendo's it's a huge fan of doing this crap, is releasing so many different colors of the same system, like different colors, different special editions. And it's like, okay, like if I bought a Nintendo Switch, for example, when it was new, now they had the Nintendo Switch with Super Smash Brothers edition with a cool design, and I'm like, well, like, obviously I'm not gonna buy another Nintendo Switch, but it's like, man, I kind of want that one. But
do they sell skins that you can put on? They're probably gonna release skins so you can.
There are skins, but then it's not the same.
But they're never the same. You know what system was it that I really hated that the most? The Nintendo 64, because they released so many special editions of that console. Like, they had the original black one.
Yeah.
Then they had the multicolor ones that was based on the theme colors of each character. So you there was like the Donkey Kong version, the Mario version,
yeah.
so the Mario Red.
I remember the Pokemon,
the Pokemon
Yellow.
That's the one I wanted, but I already had one, and I was like, oh man, like
what you think? I can buy all this Nintendo? I can't.
Like especially as a kid, like you really want. Oh, I should have. Well, I'm not gonna wait.
And
I have to get it when my parents are
I
ready to purchase it.
And I think the worst one was the Nintendo 3DS.
Oh, they do so many.
There were so many. Right now, all I've seen for the last couple of years, I think, is the Galaxy one.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the only one they sell now.
Yeah.
But man, there were so many Nintendo 3DSs, and they all look really cool. But it's like
yeah, they had the Zelda one that I really wanted to get.
Zelda one, the original NES one,
the original NES one. They had the Pokemon
the SNES one,
the one that looked like a Pokeball.
Yeah,
like I wanted to get all of those. That I ended up getting none. Like that's how bad it was. Like I'm not gonna buy this. Let's see when the other one comes out. But
now I know some people actually made a collection, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna keep buying the same system.
I'm not gonna buy the same system. No,
that's messed up.
Like I have a functioning 3D XL. It works fine. I hardly ever use it. I'm not gonna buy one that I'm not gonna use. Like
now, speaking of
not using it.
No, speaking of things we don't want to buy, moving on over here is expensive ports. And again, this podcast is hating on Nintendo so much, but man, they give us so much material.
Yeah.
So I've been disappointed with the Nintendo Switch this year because the first year, we had that Zelda Ocarina of Time. No, Ocarina of Time. Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
And then I had the brand new Super Mario Odyssey to look forward to.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, it's been like, what have I got to look forward to? All I have noticed is
what games
a bunch
do
of
you
ports.
have for the right now currently for the 3DS?
Well, now I have
Switch.
For the Switch. I have Super Mario Odyssey, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I did get a couple of ports. I have Skyrim because I had never played that before, and that was a fun game to play. And I also got Bayonetta because I had the Bayonetta 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Wii U, and I never bought it. I mean, I never played it. So that's about it. But I'm like, Skyrim. That's a good example right there. Like Skyrim is a game, and this isn't exactly Nintendo, but Skyrim is a game that you can buy for like $20 on a PC or other systems. But then for the Switch, it's $60.
Yeah, but at least that game wasn't in a previous generation.
It wasn't on a previous Nintendo generation, so it was brand new to me. Even though I owned Skyrim on my PC, and it was weird because I had tried Skyrim on my PC once and I didn't care for it, and then I tried it on the Switch, and I got addicted to it.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden my mind completely changed about it.
Maybe it was the controllers.
Maybe
thing.
I don't know.
Was it easy to play?
It was very easy to play. Okay. I actually really enjoyed it. But Bayonetta, like I said, I really liked Bayonetta 2. Like I never played it. I just like the idea of it. I like that Nintendo took it over basically and did their thing. I'm a fan of Bayonetta. I did play Bayonetta 1 on the Xbox 360 and on the PC. So, but I had never played it on the Wii U, so I was like, I kind of want it on the Switch, and I had it on the Wii U, and I was gonna play it, but then I was like, at that point I had already gotten the Switch, and I was like, no, I'm pretty sure this is eventually gonna come out for the Switch, so I'm gonna wait, and I waited, and I still haven't played it. I don't know why,
but you have it.
I do have it, along with other games that I haven't played, but there were other games that I was looking forward to because I was like, okay, the Nintendo Wii U, it had some really good games that nobody played.
Yeah.
And I felt like Bayonetta 2 was definitely one of those because I really enjoyed Bayonetta, so I'm sure Bayonetta 2 is just as good. But then there was Hyrule Warriors, there was Tropical Freeze, and not Star Fox. Screw that one. We'll pretend that one didn't exist. But some of those games were really good. So I was like, I'm pretty sure some of these games are gonna come to the Switch, and indeed they came out. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, it's out. Hyrule Warriors, it's out. Mario Kart, it's out. And now they're working on Super Smash Brothers, which to me, I don't care what they say, seems to be a copy of the Nintendo Switch one.
Yeah, but with more characters.
Of the Wii U one, with more characters. And every single one of these, they keep charging $60, and I'm like,
full price,
I already bought these games back when it was on the Wii U. I don't want to pay $60 for them again.
I understand that not a lot of people bought the Wii U because Nintendo, it was a poor launch of that system. People thought that the Wii U was just like a minor upgrade of the regular Wii. We talked about this in a previous life. In a previous dimension. So if you ever find it, you can probably find it on the GameX, on the GXP YouTube. But yeah, like you said, just because people didn't buy them for your previous system, what makes you feel that it's right for you to port them? You didn't have to redevelop too much.
Maybe they added, I'm pretty sure on all of them they added a little bit, but
a little change the code a little bit. But
if anything, those games should be $39.99. $39.99, I would be okay paying for them, because then I could get 2 of them, Tropical Freeze and Hyrule Warriors, for example, for $80. I'm okay with that, but not $120.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be full price, because that's already a game that you didn't have to take a full for development or anything like that.
It was already made. More than 98% of the game was already made.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one where I've been very disappointed with the Switch, because all these games they're too damn expensive.
Yeah.
And I get it, it's a little cartridge and it's more expensive to make, but take a cut on something.
Yeah, but your Breath of the Wild, which you had to do a whole production, pay programmers and artists and all this. I can understand you
Mario Odyssey, that was a brand new Nintendo Switch game. I get it. That one I'm okay paying that much for. And that's another thing. Like I just said, I understand that it's a cartridge and it's more expensive. Okay, more reason why the digital download should be cheaper.
Yeah. You really want more people to download your game?
Make it cheaper. You don't have to waste money on the cartridge. You don't have to waste money on the plastic cover. You don't have to waste money on any of that. Just
shipping and all that. Yeah.
So yeah. That's another
thing.
But
in terms of downloading, let's try to be a little fair. Is it the full price also for the PS4 and Xbox when they do their download games?
They are. So which again I don't understand.
Yeah. So that's not Nintendo, but Nintendo is the one has done the most crazy stuff. So. But it's
Nintendo's the one making me suffer right now.
Yeah, because we like Nintendo, obviously, because
I'm a huge Nintendo fan.
So we just want to.
This is constructive criticism.
Yeah, we don't we're not doing the Nintendo sucks. We're not saying that. We're come on,
Nintendo's freaking awesome. I love them.
Come on, just help your gamers out.
Yeah, you almost said something else. Anyway. Moving on, Day 1 patch. Yeah. I hate these things. I hate having a Day 1 patch. I hate going to a store, getting a game, getting all excited about the game, and then, first of all, usually you have to install. If it's a PS4 game, you have to install.
Yeah.
And then it finishes installing, and then you're like, okay, finally, I'm gonna play. Oh no, wait,
there's an update.
There's an update. I hate all these updates.
Yeah, like why do we have to do an update? I just got the game. Shouldn't the game already have everything
I
in
think it even happens when you download the game too, which makes it even crazy.
Like I remember, I don't know if this is part of the topic or if it's a different one. Like there was this the wrestling game for the Switch where you put the cartridge in the Switch, and then as soon as you put it in, it tells you now you have to download.
Well, that was our next topic,
Okay.
but yeah, we can talk about that too.
You just mix it together, I guess.
Yeah,
like you have to download a gig extra.
Yeah. So what happens there is Nintendo Switch cartridges, they're usually about 32 gigabytes of space, but there are 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, and 32 gigabytes. I know this year Nintendo was supposed to be working on a 64 gigabyte. I don't know if they did. Obviously, the more gigabytes the cartridge, the more expensive it is. So certain companies decided, we're just going to buy the 8 gigabyte cartridge and then make it so that people have to download the rest of the game. Yeah. So they only put a little bit of the game and then they make you download the rest. To me, that's BS to the max.
Yeah.
Right there, because I'm like, what happens in the future when there is no Nintendo service? Like, and you want to go ahead and play this game like 20 years from now.
You won't be able to.
You won't be able to.
Like now you can take a cartridge from the regular Nintendo, as long as it's a functioning cartridge, you can plug it in a Nintendo, you can play the game completely. Bugs and all. Like glitches and all. Like that's at least, but you can still play. You don't have to do no update, no.
Which is another reason why I prefer physical copies. Like 20 years from now, I'll still be able to play most of my games on the Nintendo Switch. You can't do that with the digital copies. I mean, unless you never mess up and you never break your Switch or you never trade it or whatever, But yeah.
And I understand that, like, when you download a game, like, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, I was going to say that it also makes, I feel cheated, when I mean, that hasn't happened to me with any other games that I have purchased. But if it was to happen to me, I would feel so cheated because, again, I make a point of buying the physical copy because I don't want to deal with having to download. And what if I don't have an internet connection? Like, so I would be so upset if that happened to me. So I can totally understand anybody that has been extremely upset about that.
Yeah, man, I wanted to bring up a point, but I forgot. It has something to do with when you download the okay. Man, I completely forgot.
All right, it'll come back.
Yeah,
in the meantime, since we're talking about downloads, another thing that I like physical copies. So, back in the day, you would buy a system, and it said, like Super Mario Brothers 3 included, and it came with a Super Mario Brothers 3 cartridge. And that was awesome. Now, whenever a system says, this game included, it's always a stupid digital download. Which, okay, I get it, it's cheaper, whatever.
Yeah.
But I still wish that it came with an actual physical.
Yeah.
Even with Bayonetta. Bayonetta on the Nintendo Switch kind of pissed me off because Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U, it actually came with 2 discs, one for Bayonetta 2 and one for Bayonetta 1. On the Switch, it comes with a little cartridge for Bayonetta 2 and a download code for Bayonetta 1. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of BS, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, and I remember what I was gonna say, like especially like we're talking about, like the games that you still have to download the whole additional content in order to play the game. Like I wonder, like I haven't really seen where's the fine print? Like the fine print of them letting people know that, only half the game is in your cartridge, but you still have to download the rest. Like nobody looks in the back and looks at the exact fine print and say, do I have to download an extra 2 gigabytes or what? Maybe not 2 whatever.
On many cases, it's more than 2 gigabytes because if it's a 16 gigabyte game and they use 8 gigabyte cartridge, you still got to download another 8 gigabytes.
Because as crazy as it may sound, there's a lot of people who may not have the fastest internet or may not even have internet. So if you're having these people download additional content.
What if I didn't pay the bill and they shut off my internet, Nintendo?
Yeah, or you take your Switch to...
Although I shouldn't say Nintendo in this case because when this has happened, it's been third parties trying to be cheap.
Yeah.
And Nintendo doesn't want that happening. However, because Nintendo had such a hard time with the Wii U, they have kind of been letting some things slide. It's not like back in the SNES and NES days where they had that official Nintendo license
seal of quality.
These Nintendo games nowadays they don't tend to have that because or at least the quality has gone down.
Yeah,
because they've been allowing some of this stuff.
Yeah, and kind of to your point, Nintendo, I think they really, even if they tried their best not to use too much. They did something with the compression for Super Mario Odyssey that is supposed to be such a big game, but somehow they were able to get it in a smaller size without compromising the graphics and all that. But yeah, so Nintendo themselves, they do take some. So do we give them props for that? They do take some time to make sure their game is well done and everything. But other third parties are let's just rush this production, try to be as cheap.
Throwing the game out there, whatever.
They buy it because you think especially for the Switch, you think they do a rush production is because it's not going to sell as much on the Switch. You just want to.
I think a lot of them probably do, but whatever. The Nintendo Switch has basically become a port station. So that's kind of annoying, but at the same time, like I say, I'm okay with ports. Just don't charge me so much for it. Yeah. Like right now, Diablo 3 came out for the Switch, and it's again $60. I'm like, come on, guys! Like I can get Diablo 3 for $20.
Yeah,
or less on a Steam sale. Like,
yeah.
Let's see. Our next point, we talked about free digital download pre-orders.
Oh,
yeah,
this is a big one.
It's almost. Let's try to rush it because we don't have that much time.
All right, so just a little.
Well, not rush it, but
yeah, like a little story. So we're talking about Smash Brothers right now. So back in when the Smash Brothers for the Wii U came out, I did a pre-order, and I pre-ordered the bundle that was supposed to come out, which was the game, and it came with a Nintendo GameCube controller adapter for the Wii U, and with a GameCube controller that you would be able to play your Wii U with to play Smash Brothers. So I ordered that bundle, and when the date came, I went to Best Buy to get my pre-order, and they're like, "Oh, the bundle did not arrive. It should be coming soon. They got my phone number so they can call me when the bundle arrived, and they gave me the choice. Do you want to take because they had the game. They actually had the game. Like, oh, you want to take a copy of the game and then wait until the bundle comes? And my dumbass, if you want to cut that out, I was like, no, I'll wait for the bundle. I'll wait. So I went home and, waited a month. The bundle never came. I called Best Buy up and I'm like, hey, is the bundle ever coming out? They're like, oh, no, it's been canceled. Like, why didn't you call me? Like, I gave you my phone number. So, yeah, so ever since that day, I've never pre-ordered a game before. But now that the Switch version of the Smash Brothers came out, I'm like, I should find my receipt because it's coming out with the bundle. It's coming out with the same thing that was supposed to come out for the Wii U.
with the GameCube controller adapter.
And the controller, So the same thing. So I'm like, man, I should find that receipt and go to Best Buy, see if I can still get my $5 back. Or my $5 towards the purchase of that. So ever since that day, I'm like, pre-orders, why? Like, you get a little extra souvenir, but like, what's the point? Like, it's special.
And
you can just steal it. They have it right there in the shelf,
or pay for it. But
steal it. There's no barcode, so you can just take it.
So anyway, personally, I also hate pre-orders because of my own past experiences with them, where I maybe pre-ordered in one store and they didn't have it. But nowadays, at least the pre-orders I've ever done is like you have to pay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you're pre-buying, really.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I pre-ordered that at Best Buy and they didn't have it because they ran out. But then I'm at Walmart and they have it. And then I'm like, okay, but I already paid for it at Best Buy. You know, if I have enough money, I'll just, get it from Walmart and then return my Best Buy one. But in the past, when this has happened, I've been broke.
Yeah.
So I've been broke after prepaying for it at Best Buy. And then it's like, well, shit, man, I don't have any money. I can't buy this one at Walmart, even though it's there. And Best Buy is telling me that mine is not going to arrive until like a week later.
Yeah.
So that part sucks. I also hate how there has been this trend of giving special in-game stuff to people who pre-order.
Man, I hate that. That's one of my biggest. What is it? What's that thing?
Pet peeves.
Where does that come out?
Annoyances. Yeah. That's messed up. Like I hate that.
Like you get a special in-game gun, a special in-game suit. Like the only time I actually did that was for Mass Effect because I was such a mark for Mass Effect, so I got the Inferno suit.
I think I've seen it more with like Xbox where they tend to do like day one.
Yeah, day one exclusive. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm like, as long as
well, EA. I think EA is the king of that.
Well, the EA is the king of many things, but
and microtransaction. We won't even get to that because that's a whole.
No, that's our last thing. But I don't know. I'm like, as long as it's not something that lets the people have an advantage, I guess it's okay. But at the same time, sometimes they get really cool stuff if they pre-order, and I'm like, why? They're paying the same thing as I am. They're just pre-ordering. Like it shouldn't matter. Like that extra stuff should just be in the limited edition. Whatever.
Yeah,
it's annoying. Also, next point, DLC, annoying DLC.
Yeah. Like I don't mind if it's like a full new expansion of a game, like Grand Theft Auto, where they have like you had Grand Theft Auto 4 and then you had like the what was that part of the Dominican guy, because you had the original story was Nico Bellic and then you had the extra one where it's then you're like a Dominican guy and then you had a biker gang one. See, those were like almost like full side games, so that's not that bad because they're giving you a lot of content for like additional, content. But like the ones that annoy me are like little things like microtransactions. Like if you wanna you wanna paint your car black, so you have to pay for the color black with real money, not like in-game money, but like real money. Like why? Like you should let me be able to earn that at the very least, like by in-game money, but not like real money. Like
let me work for it.
Yeah, like I don't mind grindings, but don't make it too like.
I hate grinding in a game. I just absolutely hate it with passion. I'm like, I play games so that I don't have to feel like I'm at work.
Yeah.
And I absolutely hate grinding, and I can't do it.
There's some grinding that is acceptable. Like some things, like, but not make it too difficult to get something so little.
Yeah. I still hate grinding, but
Well, yeah, like any RPG is nothing but grinding.
I
Anyways.
know that's why I hate RPGs because again the stories are usually so good, but then there's all that grinding and leveling and
In order to
it's
get to
like-
the good part, yeah.
But then again, the game that I have played the most in my life has been World of Warcraft, which I was talking to my friend Guillermo about it, and I was actually talking to him about Diablo 3, whether or not I was gonna like it or not, and I had seen on a video how they were talking about how there's a lot of grinding in that game.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Guillermo, and while talking to him about it, I'm like, well, I guess like I've been playing World of Warcraft for 10 years. That's been basically grinding for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, so I guess I do grinding, but
Yeah.
quest after quest after quest after quest just for the sole purpose of leveling up.
Yeah.
But at least over there, I don't find it. I don't find it that.
And the one that really annoys me is the in-game locked DLC. So DLC that's already in the disc, but you need to pay an additional fee in order to unlock that. Like it's not even like you can grind to get that. Like there's no way for you to do that. You have to pay with real money to unlock something that's already in the game. Like that's like a stab. They're stabbing you in your heart like that.
Yeah, indeed. Microtransactions was our last point, and I hate them.
And EA is a master of that. But they got big backlash for that Star Wars one, if I recall. Like just doing a lot of like that kind of cheat. Pay, what do they call it? Pay to win or something like that. So like you can pay your way up to like this superpowers or whatever that made you basically.
See, microtransactions, I don't mind them if it's just like buying outfits or whatever, stuff like that.
That you don't need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't need it, if it doesn't help you any, you just want to look cooler, then by all means go for it. You know, Lord knows I have bought things in games. I absolutely hate all those mobile games where it's like, oh, you got 3 chances. If you want more, oh, you're gonna have to pay us $1.
Yeah.
Those I absolutely hate. Anything that you have to pay to keep playing, those pay to play.
Yeah, and I think
I hate those.
And I think those games they found a way that they generate more money because usually a game you pay $60 and that's all you pay.
Yeah. Some people pay
Well, like,
hundreds.
you keep paying if you pay $50
because
every year.
It's the same thing as
and I'm guilty for some of those games. So
it's the same thing as that cup of coffee in the morning. You know, you keep going to Starbucks every morning, and it's like, oh, it's $2, it's $3, no big deal. Yeah, but that adds up. When you keep doing that every day, that adds up. You just don't notice. So with a lot of these microtransactions, oh yeah, I'll just pay the extra $1 this time, and then a couple of days later, oh, I'll pay the extra $1. Yeah, it's just $1. Yeah, next thing you know, you spent over $600.
Or the fact that like if you pay $1, let's say you pay $1, you get 4 tokens, right? But if you pay $5, you get 30 tokens. So that means you get a 10 extra bonus tokens.
Yeah.
If you pay $100, you get 200 tokens. So that's a savings of 100. So they're like upscaling you so you can get the most expensive so you can get the most.
And people are like, oh no, I want all the tokens.
Yeah.
Because, I'm saving. No, you're not. You're spending a bunch of money on something you don't need.
And I'm guilty of some of them. So it's not like I'm not bashing anybody who does that. I'm like,
no, I
guess I don't like it.
I mean, I never spent too much on it, but on that, like Candy Crush, there was a time when I played Candy Crush for about a month, and I did spend a few bucks on turns. Then after a while, you know what happened actually? Candy Crush, I was like on level 60 something. And I saw a video on YouTube of somebody on level 400 something. And I was like, F this. I was done right there. I was done. Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to keep playing this.
Yeah.
There's no end to it.
Yeah.
But again, I've been playing World of Warcraft and I have paid a lot of money into World of Warcraft.
And that's how they get you, because if you when you play that for a long time and then you just want to quit, you lose everything that you have worked.
Yeah,
or you're like, I don't want to lose it. Like, I don't want.
At least with World of Warcraft, I say I've been playing for over 10 years, but there have been a lot of breaks, and when I stopped playing, they stopped charging me, and my character doesn't get deleted. Or
yeah, so that's good.
So I don't know. I don't know if there's a time limit at which point the character does get deleted, but I have gone, more than a year without playing, and
yeah, like I wonder how long does it have to be?
I would imagine there's a limit, but
it's probably like 5 years.
Yeah,
because I know like Yahoo deletes your account after so many years.
Eventually,
I'm pretty sure.
But then it's also good for them, because do you think I would ever come back if I would have had to start over? Hell no.
Yeah, exactly. They would lose you forever. Like you're like, I lost my stuff. Well, okay, there's no point in me coming back.
I basically come back every time there's a new expansion. I level my 2 characters. I have 2 main characters. I level those to the max level. I level up. I gear them up a little bit, and then I get bored, and then I quit till the next expansion. So.
And like, how often do those expansions come out?
Every few years.
Oh, okay, so you have time. Okay.
Yeah. I think the last one was like 4 years ago. The last one just came out, but the
one before that. Yeah.
So anyway, we are out of time. We have done 45 minutes of this podcast already. Jeez.
Whoa, we didn't.
Time flies. Do please let us know if there's anything that the things that you hate about video games, if any, by sending us emails to stuff@stuffhd.com. Also, you can send me messages at realstuffhd on Twitter and Instagram, or send them straight to Mr. GXP himself.
Yeah, it's I believe. I was gonna.
Don't come with I believe.
Yeah, I'll just come back to me, because I did work on the Twitter, and I was gonna say what's the official Twitter for GameX. So if you allow me to, what's it called when you
search for?
No, what is it called when you try to like take up time? Not distraction.
Stall?
Yeah. So I'm talking, we're stalling.
So please let us know of anything that you guys enjoyed. If we touched a point that you're like, oh yeah, I really hate that, or if we missed something, because I'm sure there are plenty of annoying things that we didn't even think about. Send those messages over. As always, you are more than welcome to visit stuffhd.com for more information on everything Stuff HD. There you can find links to the YouTube channel. You can find links to the podcast web player. You can find links to the JT Wear store, where you can get Stuff HD merchandise and other apparel, shirts designed by myself. And also there is a support us section, where you can find multiple ways to support Stuff HD. There's the PayPal donations, there's the Patreon site, and as usual, the very best way to support Stuff HD is by sharing our content with those that you know, love, hate, dislike, tolerate, whatever.
Yeah.
And now we are back with Mr. GXP himself to let us know how to get a hold of him on Twitter.
I wasn't sure exactly what the name was, but I got it now. It's Real GXP at Twitter and Real GXP on Instagram. So you can follow those.
Oh, snap. Real GXP.
Yeah, because
that sounds very familiar.
Yeah, GXP was taken. So I had to put real GXP.
So you went with... Oh, sorry. I'm playing with a clip over here. So there you go. To get a hold of me, Real Stuff HD, and to get a hold of Mr. GXP over here, Real GXP on Twitter.
Twitter and Instagram.
And Instagram also. Awesome. Well, we're going to get out of here. I hope you all have a great day. And I'm out. Y'all take care.
And
bye.
Happy gaming.
sounded creepy as hell.